All right, you guys, it's your girl Sandra D, the main event, and welcome to my channel. And welcome, community, back. Hello, you guys. Hello, 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 hello. And to you who have not subscribed to the community, what y'all waiting on? All right, so we are talking about the narcissist as we are on this journey of healing from toxic relationships. So we will not be talking about food, but we are going to talk about hair just a little bit. Just want to show you guys what I've been working on. This is my lace front wig. This is all that is left. Yes, I ventilated all of this hair, and then I also braided it so that it wouldn't be in the way. I am using a German needle. I'm also using synthetic hair, and this is a lace cap that I am using as a way of creating this lace wig that I'm using a German needle with some synthetic hair, and I am actually taking one hair strand at a time to be able to insert it onto the cap to create this wonderful masterpiece. And I will show you guys when I'm done, but I just wanted you guys to see what I was working on so that you guys will know that even if I'm not making a video, I am busy doing some other things. But let's get back to the subject at hand. So today we are going to be talking about the love bombing stage. Okay, now I know you guys have heard me talk about love bombing and how I told you that it's just nothing but the interviewing stage for them to be able to get all of that juicy tea, okay, that you serve to them, okay, and y'all was sitting there sipping it together, kiki and all that other stuff. You didn't have no idea that while you are actually talking to this individual, that they were actually setting you up to find out everything that they needed to know about you to be able to manipulate you, run game on you, and also that they're using it as a weapon against you. So you had no idea that this was going on. But I wanted you to understand that the love bombing stage is nothing but the setup stage. Okay, this is how that they were able to manipulate you, because they got information from you and you allowed them into your world, not realizing that what they were doing is trying to take you from your world to enter into their world of abuse. Okay, so in that love bombing stage, when they were getting all of that juicy information about you, okay, as you was keying, chopping it up and all that other stuff, because they presented themselves as being non-threatening. So I want you to understand that's not your fault. But I do want you to understand how they were able to do this. And it started with the love bombing stage. Okay, that's how it happened. So what they did was present you this package deal. Okay, you know, like when you're going on vacation and you looking for that deal because you want to have a good time. Well, this is what they had did. They presented you a package deal. Okay, because they knew you wanted to have a good time because you spilled all the tea and told them what it is that you were looking for. Okay, and just like an actor and an actress that is sitting here trying to land a role, okay, they're going to take that script, study the script, and become the character in which the script that has been written called for them to be. So when you were in that interviewing stage, what they did was they wrote their own little script to become the character that you said that you wanted to have in your life. Now, when they did that, they played that role good. Okay, I mean, when I tell you they played it good, they got that Grammy. Okay, they got that Oscar. Okay, because they did it all. Some of them they acted, some of them they sang to you, some of them gave you gifts. I mean, they went all out and gave you everything in the kitchen sink included. Okay, they made sure that when you were sitting down and having dinner with them, okay, it was like Lady and the Tramp. And I ain't calling nobody no tramp. I'm talking about the movie. Okay, you know how the little collie and the male dog got together and they were sharing a meal, and then they just so happened to get that string of spaghetti, and then they came together and they kissed, and locked eyes and all that other stuff. Oh yeah, them narcissists know how to run this game, child. So you need to understand that when you were in that love bombing stage, They presented you a package deal, and how they created that package deal is when you were sitting there spilling all the tea, sitting down with them, kikiing with them, locking eye to eye. Okay, they was looking deep into your beautiful brown, green, hazel, blue, eyes. If you got cat eyes, which means your eyes change different colors. Oh yeah, they was locked in. Clink, clink. Okay, they presented you probably with wonderful gestures, gifts. Some of them, probably gave you money. They was doing everything that they could to make sure that when they entered into your world, that they gave you what you wanted, so that when they was getting ready to draw you into theirs, that there will be no room for escape. And then I'm sure that when you was in the relationship and you had sat there and you left because you seen the manipulation, you seen the hurt, you seen the immaturity. Oh, I'm sure they threw all that up in your face just to hurt you, because they knew how you ticked. But anyway, so what they do is they will romance you. Okay, they will charm you. They will be very dependable. Some of them, like I said, they popped up before you even knew they was a pop-up stalker. Okay, probably came by, probably text you, in the morning, before you went to bed, on your lunch break. Okay, they probably sent you flowers. If you was out with your girls and they knew that they was meeting him for the first time, he probably charmed them too, trying to see which one of them that he was going to get on his side when he was going to do that discard, or he was going to do that devouring while he was setting up that smear campaign. You better believe it, please. So what he did was just like, in the movie with the Sleeping Beauty, how the evil stepmother, had came about. And she gave Snow White the apple and said like it was magical and it was something that she could eat, because she knew that she was interested in the prince. And what she do? She bit into that apple, believing that this apple was going to be able to provide what she needed. And she already had everything that she needed already, because she already had the prince. Message. Now, then Sleeping Beauty fell asleep too. But Snow White bit the apple. And that's what you did. You took the bait. You bit the apple. Okay? And then when you was in that love bombing stage, this is when you fell asleep. Because at this point, what they're doing is they're doing all of these wonderful things for you as a way for you to see them as non-threatening. But also at the same time, what they're doing is rocking the baby to sleep. Getting you all up in your emotions of love. Okay? This is what they're doing. They're putting you on a high pedestal, because they know later on they're going to be like a roller coaster ride. And just like when that roller coaster ride is on top and they're getting ready to do that dip, they know it's going to go. They're going to drop you like a hot potato. They're going to drop it like it's hot. Okay, so when you're in that love bombing stage, these things are placed on purpose to get your guard to come down, for you to sign up for the package deal, for you to go ahead and say yes to them. And then when you say yes, what they're doing is, since you already said yes, being loyal, you appreciate what's going on, this is when you become so open. You like, what can I do for this wonderful person? Because at this point, once that happened, you now are working for the narcissist, because they use that love bombing stage to come into your world to bring you into theirs. And that's how it all starts, with the flattery, with the charming, with the gift giving, with the gestures, with them fulfilling a role that they had scripted from you spilling the tea about the kind of person that you was looking for to date, to be with, to even one day marry. So they just had this role that they knew that they were going to do temporarily to get you to come out of your world into theirs. And this is how the love bombing is. It's a way for them to rock you to sleep, to put you in a trance, for you not to recognize that they are a threat, to get you to feel comfortable, to get you to feel safe, to get you into the palms of their hands so that they could go ahead and reposition and recreate the relationship into what they want and not what you want. So the love bombing is just a way of a cover up, a setup for what is to come that you will not recognize and realize because you're on cloud number 9. And they got to get you on cloud number 9 or the trick won't work. The trick can't work unless they're able to put you in a state to where you're in a trance, to where they put you to sleep while your eyes was wide open because you couldn't see what was going on because you had blinders on, invisible blinders. And it happens during the love bombing stage. Because once that charming, wonderful individual starts slowly pulling back, you're sitting there wondering what happened. Which we already know. They had supply. They needed to spend time with that supply. They needed to train that supply before they can train you into what they wanted you to be and what they wanted you to become. Because like I told you, they're looking for you as supply to meet their demands. And they need to reposition you and mold you, like a potter has clay, and build you the way they want you to be built and what type of supply they see that you fall in line with. Are you an Anastasia Steele? Are you a Stefford wife? Are you a bishop on the chessboard? Or are you the little pawns that they're using as a standby on the chessboard? Because you got to remember, them narcissists is playing chess, not checkers. But you have to learn how to change the game and say, I ain't playing chess, but I'm sure playing dominoes. So I want you guys to understand that when you're in that love bombing stage, that's the setup for you to be able to receive the abuse that's about to come. Because you're dealing with someone who wants you to pay for their past hurts and wounds and suffered wrongs. And so they're looking for someone to take those things out on. And that person they're looking to take it out on is you. Because a narcissist is someone who is broken, who is wounded, who's been rejected, who hasn't been giving attention to, someone who suffered some trauma, someone who's been discarded as a child, which is why they use some of these techniques, because this is a learned behavior that they learned very on. And they learn a system on how to be able to use these things as an adult, because they felt like they didn't deserve. So when they get with you, they feel like you don't deserve either, because misery loves company. So be aware of those who are running game. And also, as a warning, don't sit here and spill a tea. And if you are going to be going out with someone and you want to get to know them, there are just certain things you do not have to answer. And what you can say is that information is not privilege, or that is a conversation that needs to be discussed at a later time. Say we are here to enjoy one another's company. and you need to figure out how you're going to maneuver your conversation. But you cannot sit here and spill the tea and kiki with somebody. You got to have boundaries, and you got to set them straight in the beginning, because that's going to be a way for you to be able to protect yourself from someone who's trying to get over on you. Okay? There is nothing wrong with someone doing nice things for you or kind gestures, but you got to make sure that it's coming from a good place. And sometimes that's hard to be able to tell. But as you continue to heal, as you continue to grow, as you continue to educate yourself, you'll be empowered, okay, and encouraged. And you will understand the do's and the don'ts, because you're going to recognize and realize that you're not going to go through this cycle again. Not with a narcissist, and not even with a healthy person, because you need to let people know up front that you do have boundaries. Okay, that does not make you a bad person. That makes you a smart person. All right, you guys, remember, you destined for destiny, and I'll see you guys in the next video.